All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a really fun double reaction today. We've got the song Rock and Roll is Dead by Lenny Kravitz, immediately followed up with Rock and Roll is Alive by Prince. We've got two sides of potentially the same coin, or maybe it's a different coin. I don't really know here, but it is Lenny, it is Prince. They have two extremely distinct styles as guitar players and as composers, but the moments where I've heard them come together have been truly special. And I'm curious how Prince is going to readapt Rock and Roll is Dead. This kind of feels like a fun little like back and forth between two friends rather than like a competition or even just like a standard cover of another person's song. But I'm potentially going into this with the lens that like Prince is doing a cover of Rock and Roll is Dead with his Alive variant, but with any additional bells and whistles he may want to add in terms of structure or melody or lyrics. I wonder what we're going to get here today, but we'll only find out if we jump into it. But before we do, a huge thank you goes to Rodney the Awesome for sending this request. I think this is a really good one. But now, let's jump into it. Let's see what Lenny's got. Oh, this is a cool video. Oh, dude, what a riff. And his like grungy sort of feel. He has such a distinct sound, you know? I love his fusion of just rock and funk. It is so seamless. And where the place he lands is so catchy. Whoa, listen to the bass right there. I'll point it out. Right here, right here. So energetic. You know, I had this thought enter my brain. If you've ever seen the music video for Spiders by System of a Down, and you'll know the look of Serj Tankian in that video, reminds me sort of what Lenny is just at his baseline. With the long dreads. But the outfit was a bit different, I will say. Dude, I love the tone he uses. Oh, and I didn't even notice in that moment because I was paying attention to the soloing, but the elevation in the pitch for the riff. It's higher here, and then it returned back to baseline right there. Oh, that is the, this is like the Da Vinci thing. I don't know what that image is called, but it's the very famous one with like the outstretched arms and the different planes, as Lenny's doing here. Nice. That is nice. And you know, now it has me thinking about Leonardo da Vinci and like all of the ways in which Da Vinci, being like the Renaissance man that he was, and we look very fondly on him and his contributions to science and to society. He was a really weird guy, all things considered. Like, if you think about all of the practices he had to kind of do, especially at the time at which he was doing them, just to get the cursory knowledge that he did, and then the deeper knowledge that he eventually accumulated with all the bodies. And there's even more backstory with Da Vinci. And the reason it's even occurring to me now is because I recently watched this documentary on Da Vinci and just his life, and the framing of this particular documentary was pointing out more of the weird things that he as an individual did in the background. And I guess that is just a thing when it comes to like many of the Renaissance men and people who have changed society in large ways. They have partaken in weird behavior, or what has seemed to be weird in the past and has been normalized since. Anyways, this isn't about Da Vinci. I really like Lenny Kravitz. Like, his style is so distinct. He immediately finds the Lenny Kravitz pocket, that fusion of rock, blues, soul, funk. I mean, he really just like embodies all of those genres instantly. And it's weird because he doesn't blend it in the same way that I've heard other artists blend those genres. He pretty much like puts all four of those into a blender, like literally blends it into like some homogeneous mixture. And then that is what you get in the song. Because what we had in Rock and Roll is Dead, it was a fun one. It was super riff heavy, very energized, but less dynamic in the sense that the sections were super different from one another. The sections of this song were, for all intents and purposes, pretty similar. So once you've like gotten the energy from the first 30 seconds, that persists throughout, and you're just meant to enjoy its totality rather than like be taken left, right from moment to moment in the song. I hope you get my point. Put simply, the song was pretty flat in terms of its dynamics, but the energy in the song was high up. So it's kind of a weird way to say it. Basically, the high energy to the song where all the genres are mixed into one, rather than like switching from genre A to B, then back to A, then maybe to C, as is also possible in the world of Lenny Kravitz and in particular Prince. But that was a great first start. I'm curious to see where Prince takes this. Let's check it out. Rock and Roll is Alive. My guess is that he'll adopt that main riff and then build around it. Okay, no, we are starting in a totally different place. Oh, it is so different. Super syncopated and funky. Oh.
From all over the world, the people came. Even the president flies in to worship a thing called fame. Red, white, and blue boy girls. Tonight everyone's the same.
I think the lyrics are completely different too.
We don't want to play that game. Rock and roll is alive. It lives
basically like, if you're gonna pretend like rock and roll is dead, that's your prerogative. You can exist in that world, but here, where I live, where I dominate, where I exude all of this energy, it is alive, and that heartbeat starts with me.
Show as I drive around, look at the eyes, it's cool, I know. Rock and roll will never die.
Thank you very much.
Shows the land of 1,000 lakes, it's sometime made of snow. Always be another king God,
He's headed to the bathroom, so is that about his passing?
but it's sometime made of snow. Always be another king God, but naked on the floor.
Yeah.
It lives in Minneapolis. Rock and roll is alive.
This is ripped.
Very impressive.
Dude, I love the energetic shift. Oh, that delayed hit is cool. And the flashing of the things. Hear that delay? Boom. This is completely different stylistically from Lenny. Oh, this rhythm. I'm gonna try to count this. Oh my god, that is all in 4/4. That is the most insane thing you'll ever hear on the drums. Try to count it. I swear it's there. If you can count it, it goes even harder. Wow. Oh my god, this is filthy. Dude, Prince just redefines the genre too. Oh. See, this is like the dynamics I was talking about, section to section. Different feels throughout. I mean, doesn't it have to go to Prince? I'll give more of my rationale as to why, but like, man, the high in that song is just it is too hard to 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 stand against. I stand for both of these songs, but I really stand for Rock and Roll is Alive. That was just such a defiant, celebratory, dynamic song. Just punches here, punches there with the funk rock fusion, but also the switches and feel from section to section. I love that it's like a combination of like this jam band energy with Prince's live performance. There's a lot of attitude in this performance too. Blasting trumpets, loud guitar, the typical like Prince screams and vocalizing. I like the modification lyrically too, and the video is also fun. I like that it's not as polished of a rock sound. Like what we had with Lenny, I wouldn't call that a polished rock sound either, but structurally, it is pretty polished. It is all digestible, it's all together, it's very cohesive. And Rock and Roll is Alive just kind of like spills out everywhere. And that is what, to me, like life is. It's very confusing, you know, it's all over the place. You have an interest here, you have an interest there. If I had like a YouTube channel devoted to like all of my different interests, I would have like 70 different channels. I love that. I love like the chaotic feel about it, but that is what life is. And all of the individual moments were really were fun on their own too. So you have this like individual skill within each section that differ from section to section, and they still feel like they're threaded together rather nicely. So it kind of, to me, it's like this idea that like rock is kept alive through innovation, through trying new things. And the idea potentially behind rock and roll is dead is that, well, it's kind of dormant. Things aren't changing as much in the industry. Maybe the spirit of the music in rock and roll is no longer what it was. And you're confronting that morbid fate potentially. I like the song. I like Rock and Roll is Dead a lot too, but it wasn't as dynamic as I was expecting it to be. So like when you have that like funky riff that just kind of gets looped, the repetition does settle in kind of quickly at that point. And I was hoping that the solo was going to be a little bit larger, a little bit grander than it ended up being. So I think I would just give it to Rock and Roll is Alive. But let me know what your thoughts are on these tracks today, and if there are other like 1-2 punch song combos like this from Lenny and Prince, or anyone in Lenny or anyone in Prince, please let me know. You can send a reaction request my way using, of course, the first link in the description box below. But I'm going to end it there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.